Hello, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We are back with some more of, oh my god, I almost said Foreverlocke Challenge. Old habits die hard. Welcome back to more Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. I hope everyone is doing fantastically today. Good to see some folks in the chat already. Lovely to see you all as always. Alk is here, Star, Sachi, Mabel, Missing No. Good to see all y'all. Thanks for being here. Hopefully I didn't miss anybody there. I was gonna say Missing No has posed a question in the chat. Says Phoenix Wright question of the day. Ooh, wouldn't that be novel? Which character is the hottest? That is a very difficult question, Missing No, across the whole series. It's also worth noting that I can't talk too much about characters from later in the series because we're probably gonna play those eventually on stream, so I don't want to spoil nothing. But in any case, yeah, very cool stuff. lots of fun answers in here for that as well. Hey Comfy, welcome in. Says hi Lids. How Lids and chat, how are you? I'm doing well. I'm kind of being a little bit more low key because I was gonna say I did in fact have the maintenance person that I've been trying to get to my house to take a look at the siding on my house. Is in fact here right now with my housemate. They're literally on the other side of the wall here, so I'm trying to not be super loud and obnoxious. Which is gonna be kind of difficult when we're playing Ace Attorney, but I was determined to stream today, especially since I missed a day this week already. So we'll rock out with that. But in any case, we're here, we're good. Let's jump into more Turnabout Samurai today. It'll be very fun. But yeah, let's go. Hey Yumi, welcome in. I hope you're doing well. Okay, Turnabout Samurai, let's go. Yes, covert streaming, exactly, Sachi, exactly. I'm just trying to be obviously I have free reign, I've got the doors locked and all that stuff. They're not gonna interrupt me or anything. It's just I also don't want to be obnoxious or have the dude just be what with the screaming and such. Yeah, no, it's just fun. It's fun. Jackie says M6 will lurk, but have fun. Thank you so much, Jackie. Thank you for the lurk. No worries, I understand. I'm sorry you're feeling sick though. That's super lame. Big bummy. But in any case, October 19th, 9:42 a.m. District Court Defendant Lobby number 1. Hey, Solo, welcome in. Good to see you. Haven't seen you in a little bit. I hope you're doing well. We're playing some Ace Attorney today. I know it's a little different from my usual Pokemon content, but yeah, we've been having fun with this one. So yeah, we're gonna keep on doing it. Gotta see if I can remember all my voices too. It usually takes me a little while to get back into my groove with those. Different games, still based. Oh well, thank you, Sella. I appreciate it. Star says, but Liz, I finished Digimon Cross Wars last night. That's one more series on. Heck yeah, Star. I still haven't seen that, so no spoilers. But yeah, very cool. I hope you enjoyed it.
Mr. Wright,
Yes.
why do you look so unhappy?
Oh, nothing. Really, it's nothing. Right, Mia? Uh-oh, she looks even unhappier. Phoenix, your client is now practically a dead man walking. Perhaps that's why I feel particularly close to him. I love that line. This is no time for dead people jokes, please. You know we're going into this trial utterly defenseless. Yet, if Mr. Powers is truly innocent, we should be able to find something overlooked in the evidence to prove it. Something overlooked? We have to find something, Phoenix, today. It's that or lose the trial. This isn't gonna be easy. Star says keep getting Mia and Maya mixed up. I'll do you one better, Star. When I first played this game, when I played the first case where it's just Phoenix and Mia together, I wasn't sure exactly how it was pronounced because I've never met anybody IRL named Mia. Apparently, it's a really common name. I've come to learn, but I'd never met anyone named Mia IRL, so I'd never seen that name written down before. And so when I saw it, I was like, is it Mia or Maya? I'm actually not sure. So for my first playthrough of this game ever, I actually called her Maya the entire case. I was like, oh, I'll just pick one. And I went with that one. And then the next case rolls around. It's just oh, here's her sister Maya. And it's fuck, I picked the wrong one. So yeah, it's just really funny. But yeah, in any case. October 19th, 10 a.m. District Court, courtroom number 4. Hey, Soul, welcome in.
Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Will Powers.
The prosecution is ready, Your Honor.
The defense is ready, Your Honor.
Very well. Mr. Edgeworth, your opening statement, please.
An unexpected fact has come to the attention of the court. Yesterday, we learned that there were other people present at the studios. Today, I would like to show evidence proving they had nothing to do with the murder.
Very well. You may call your first witness, Mr. Edgeworth.
I wonder if it'll be that producer.
The prosecution calls Mr. Salmonella to the stand.
Oh boy, here we go. Or that director. Oh, so glad we get to hang out more with this guy.
Will the witness state his name and profession?
How rude can you get? You don't know me? I am the director. I make Steel Samurai, noob, ROFL.
Salmonella, I'm a director, television.
I love that the Edgeworth glare is enough to just completely like shut this guy's bullshit down. I know, it's a very, once again, Ace Attorney always on point with its pun names. It's very good stuff. I know, yeah, exactly, Missing No.
Were you at Global Studios on the day of the murder?
Yes, Your Honor.
Very well. Please testify to the court about the events of that day.
Phoenix, let's start by picking this testimony apart. If Powers is innocent, you know what that means. Someone in the trailer on that day did it. Right. She doesn't waste any time putting on the pressure.
I was at the studios from around 9 a.m. that morning. During the morning, I was doing an action scene run through. It took a lot more time than I thought it would. I hear that everyone else ate lunch in the employee area, but I had a meeting in the Studio 2 trailer, so I ended up skipping lunch. We were in the meeting room until around 4. During the meeting, well, I'm pretty sure no one left their chairs. That's about it.
The time of Mr. Hammer's death was 2:30 p.m., and according to your testimony, you were in a meeting at that time. Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination.
Yes, Your Honor. Star says I want to nap on Mia's disposition. Understandable. Oh goodness. Okay, so let's see here. I was at the studios from 9 that morning. The morning I was doing the action scene run through. Took a lot more time than I thought it would. I hear that everyone else ate lunch in the employer. Let's press on that. I'm gonna try my hardest to skim through Salmonella as quickly as possible, since I know he makes everyone uncomfortable, including me. What exactly did they have for lunch?
A T-bone steak. The assistant cooked some up.
Come to think of it, there was a plate with some bones in the employee area.
Everyone else, meaning that the witness did not eat with them.
So in the end, you didn't get to eat?
Yeah, no steak at least. Could you believe it?
That must have been tough. Phoenix. Yeah? Does something about that seem odd to you? It's contradictory. It does seem odd now that you mention it. Mr. Manella.
What did you want?
When I went to Studio 2, I saw something on the table there. There were 2 plates, the same kind of plates as the one in the employee area. Who ate lunch there?
Yeah, no, good call. I was embarrassed, so I didn't mention it. But I did eat after all.
A T-bone steak, you mean?
Yeah, well, I mean, the assistant went through all that trouble. I brought it to the trailer thinking I could eat it later.
Clearly a man who likes to eat. I suspected as much. So, when exactly did you eat it?
We took one break during that meeting. I wolfed it down then.
A mental image I will carry with me to my grave. Wait a second. They took a break in that meeting. That contradicts his testimony. I'll press on that one a bit more. Okay, and then no one left their chairs? Yeah, that's sus now. You didn't take a single break?
Well, yeah, not a one.
What's he sweating so much about, I wonder? Only I had an idea. Wait a second. Maybe I do have an idea. Wait a second. Mr. Manella, you've just contradicted yourself. Didn't you just tell the court that you ate the T-bone steak during a break?
ROFL.
Well?
Mr. Manella, what's this about?
Well, yeah, I guess we did take a little break.
Phoenix, great job. If they took a break, then one of them could have gone to the studio during that time. Your Honor, I call on the witness to testify to the court about this break.
Very well. Mr. Manella, your testimony, please.
Uh-oh. Edgeworth is laughing. Comfy said, I never got the implication that this guy rats more than other people for checks notes eating the same lunch as everyone else. I know, yeah, it's really silly. Really silly.
Yeah, FWIW, we took a break, ROFL. But it was only 15 minutes. 15! That's only 13 in base 12. Not enough time for someone to, say, commit murder in Studio 1, LOL. That's only enough time to eat a T-bone steak, if you ask me.
Steams? I hate that. What does steams mean? I hate it. Hey, E-Girl, welcome in. Good to see you in the chat. Good to see you, good to see you. We're playing some Ace Attorney. With a very disturbing individual at the moment.
I don't think it would even be enough time for that, but that's just me. Very well, you may begin your cross-examination.
All right, let's get this guy off the screen already. Okay, it was only 15 minutes. Not enough time for someone to commit murder in Studio 1. That's enough time to eat a T-bone steak. I'm gonna press this. Why is that? Oh, that's all you have to say? Okay, let's press this as well. I have to say, you look like a guy who gets through his meals pretty fast.
Well, I was facing a cold, slightly chewy T-bone steak. Even I had to take my time eating that kind of food, LOL.
Well, Phoenix, that testimony was too short to wring any kind of useful information out of. All you have to do is prove that he was able to go to Studio 1 in that time. Oh, great. Is that all? Okay. Let me press this. I guess I'll press the other statements, because I don't remember exactly what to do here. What time exactly did you take this break?
I'd say it was from around 2:30 or so until about 2:45.
Yeah, we love Gay Law Game. Yeah, it's great, E-Girl. It's great, it's great. Me and Maya's outfit is pretty great. I know, yeah. It's a little revealing, but you know, I mean, I don't think anyone here is complaining about that necessarily. Yeah, I mean, it is what it is, Comfy. This game came out in freaking 2001 originally, and then like again in 2006. So like, I can't give it too much credit. You know, that sort of thing was just sort of par for the course back in the 2000s. It is what it is. 2:30. That's the time of death. So he could have gone to Studio 1, killed Hammer, and come back. I guess it's possible time-wise. Okay, we'll press that as well. What were you doing for those 15 minutes?
Eating my T-bone steak. What else?
There were 2 plates on that table.
Oh, right. The other one was D. Vasquez's plate.
D. Vasquez, the producer.
To eat a T-bone steak in 15 minutes, that's quite a feat.
Okay. I think we already pressed this one, right? Why is that? Okay, no, okay.
Haven't we had enough of this pointless line of questioning? Your Honor, the testimony to this point has made one certain fact painfully clear. The people in the trailer had nothing to do with this murder. It was impossible for any of them to go to Studio 1.
What?
Something wrong, Mr. Wright. Surely you aren't suggesting one of the people in the trailer went to Studio 1.
Well, Mr. Wright?
I think it's like a pop culture reference. I don't know what it's a reference to, but I'm pretty sure that's what it is. So yeah, I don't know the reference, so yeah. Phoenix, this is critical. Think about it before you give your answer.
Do you claim someone from the trailer went to Studio One?
I claim it, and I claim it loud. If I agree to let everyone in that trailer off the hook, then the trial is over. Mr. Powers will be found guilty for sure. The victim was murdered at 2:30, the exact time of the break in the meeting. With 15 minutes, murder is certainly a possibility.
I suppose you might say that.
All right, I've got the judge thinking now.
Tisk, tisk, tisk. Never a dull moment with you, Mr. Wright.
What's your point, Edgeworth?
You've been doing your homework, haven't you? Look at the court record.
Court record?
Surely you knew that from 2:15 to 4 p.m. the path between the studios was blocked. Mrs. Monkey's head had fallen across the path.
Whoa, you're right.
True, the break in the trailer meeting came right at the time of death. However, the path from there to the scene of the crime was blocked.
Yeah, those were fun videos, E-Girl, for sure. Yep, very fun, very fun.
The fallen Mrs. Monkey's head barred the way.
It's actually Mr. Monkey, but Edgeworth has a point. And somehow I feel no desire to correct him.
No counter-argument, Mr. Wright? Then I'm afraid you lose this round.
Oh no, I got a penalty.
I believe we've seen enough evidence. I would like to relieve Mr. Manella from the stand.
Thank God. What? It's over?
Very well. The court's opinion on this case is as follows. We have found that there were several other people in Studio 2 on the day of the murder. However, it's also clear that none of these people could have gone to Studio 1.
No, I think that's like literally a required penalty. Those happen from time to time in this game where you do have to take a penalty. That's why it's just really important to save regularly and make sure you don't get too low on your psyche bar or whatever you want to call it. Because yeah, then you can like wind up like literally losing just because like, you know. Oh, you avoided the penalty? Oh, that's cool. Okay, so I know that there are certain points in the series where you literally have to take a penalty. I know that for a fact. Maybe if depending on your dialogue choice, you can change it on that particular occasion. But yeah, either way, we get to progress the story. But yeah, just yeah, something to keep in mind.
They therefore have no relation to this case. Furthermore, with regards to the photo of the Steel Samurai, given the size of the costume, no one other than Mr. Powers could have worn it that day. All that is lacking is decisive evidence that he is the one who did it. If we had that, I'm afraid I would have to find Mr. Powers guilty.
Your Honor, the prosecution is pleased to announce that we indeed have decisive evidence. A witness.
It's a very fun game, Sella. I very much enjoy it. It's one of my all-time favorites. Literally my favorite 3 series in the entire world. Pokemon, Zelda, Ace Attorney. So yeah, very fun game. Very fun game. I adore this series. I've played it. I've actually probably played it more than I've played any other series, except for probably Pokemon.
Who is this witness, Mr. Edgeworth?
My witness saw the very moment when the Steel Samurai skewered the victim.
Order! I will have order. I see. The court will take a 10-minute recess, after which we will hear your witness. Court is adjourned for recess.
Yeah, where's the crossover between those 3? I'd be so down. I think I read like an article a little while back saying something along the lines of the director of Detective Pikachu said that he would absolutely adore having a Detective Pikachu crossover with Ace Attorney. You have no idea how fucking hype I would be for that. It'd be so cool. There's no way it would happen, but like, I just the very idea of like, yeah, like Pokemon characters interacting with Ace Attorney characters is like it'd be like perfect. It'd be perfect. Hey, Silk, welcome in. What do we do now, Mia? If everyone in that trailer has an alibi. I'm sorry, Phoenix. I guess I was wrong. Mia, don't tell me you're giving up. If you give up, what hope do I have? Don't get me wrong. I've never given up on a trial before, not while there was still a chance. Only one thing became clear in your cross-examination. The people in the trailer could not have gone to Studio 1. I thought that there was more to it than that, but I was wrong. That's all there is.
What's going to...
Oh god, what's my powers voice? God.
What's going to...
Why can I not remember his fucking voice? My brain has blocked it out, I guess. Hey, hold on.
What's going to happen to me?
Okay, I remember it.
It kind of seems like everyone in that courtroom thinks I did it. They think I'm a murderer.
Don't worry, Mr. Powers. If you are innocent, we will prove it. I guarantee it. Leave it to us and be yourself. Be strong. You are the Steel Samurai, hero to children everywhere, after all.
You. Thanks.
Okay, Phoenix. This one's for the kids. Let's do it. That salmonella voice got me stuck in a kind of way, and I'm not a fan. October 19th, 11:15 a.m. District Court, courtroom number 4.
Court is back in session for the trial of Mr. Will Powers.
The prosecution has a concern. As our witness is a grade schooler of tender years, and this is a murder case, we worry that the defense might cause unnecessary trauma with his cruel questioning.
Nice to see Edward taking the moral high ground.
However, we have no choice. The prosecution calls Cody Hackins to the stand. Your Honor, perhaps you could arrange a box for him to stand on.
Thank you for the water, Redemption Soul. I appreciate it. Delicious hydration.
Oh, right. Guard, please bring him a box. One of those donut crates should do.
Yo, can you order donuts by the crate? I'm not like when they say crate, it makes me think like of a big wooden crate, right? That's surely what that means. Because like he wouldn't be able to stand on like a donut box, right? That wouldn't make any sense. I don't know. I'm not gonna think too hard about it.
Will the witness state his name and grade in school? Witness?
What? Just because you're all grown up doesn't mean that you can push me around.
Cody, answer his questions, okay?
Hey, it's you, the nice lady. I'm Cody Hackins. I'm in 2nd grade.
Yeah, if you can't, we should change that. I know, yeah, I would. How many donuts can, like, do you think, like, comes per crate on average? I need to know this. I get the feeling this is going to be a long day.
Mr. Edgeworth, please remember that you're speaking to a child. Try to be gentle.
Witness, Cody.
He's having trouble with this gentle thing.
You were at Global Studios on the day of the, incident?
You got a problem with that?
Please tell us what you saw that day.
What, Pops, you want me to tell you and Gramps with the beard over there?
Just Mr. Edgeworth will do.
I prefer bearded gentlemen myself.
A very long day. Yeah, the facial expressions are so great. The whole game is just like peak music, visuals, gameplay, at least in my opinion. Yep, I enjoy it quite a bit. Zilk says, I'd assume like a baker's dozen of pallets, each pallet holding a baker's dozen of boxes, each box holding a baker's dozen of donuts. Oh my god, that's so many donuts. Oh, Jesus.
Incidentally, photographic equipment is strictly forbidden in this courtroom.
My apologies, Your Honor. He said he wouldn't testify if he couldn't bring it. I'd like special permission if that's possible.
Wait, so you're saying you had to bargain terms with a kid and you lost?
Hey, I just got this new camera. Don't really know how to use it all that good yet, but I bring it with me wherever I go.
Phoenix, I wonder if he had that camera on the day of the murder. You better make note of that in the court record.
Very well, Cody. Please testify to the court about what you saw the day of the incident.
Yeah, that's on my like to play very soon list, e-girl. I've never played Danganronpa. I've heard it's really good. I actually have I think it's the original 3 games on Switch. I have like a physical copy of I think it's the first 3. But yeah, I have that, so I'm gonna play it eventually. But yeah, I just haven't gotten around to it. I've been busy. Yep, definitely on my to play eventually list though, for sure.
I wanted to see a Steel Samurai rehearsal just once. I found a map on the internet. I went to the studios that day. I went through the woods, off the path so that the old lady wouldn't catch me. I was going for the studio. I got kind of lost on the way though, for about 30 minutes. When I came out by the studio, there was the Steel Samurai. It totally rocked. Right before my eyes, out came the bad guy. Of course, the Steel Samurai took him down. Pow! I had my camera with me. That would have been the time for a shot, I tell you. Anyway, I couldn't get to the studio, so I went home.
Very well. The defense may begin its cross-examination. But be gentle. Remember, you're talking to a child.
This kid is tougher than most adults we see in here, honestly. Okay, well, I immediately see something very sussy in this testimony, so we'll go for that right away. There, we went through the woods, off the path. Going for the studio, got kind of lost. Came out by the studio. Totally rocked right before my eyes. Okay, of course, Steel Samurai took him down. Yeah, if I had my camera, so yeah, this is like, okay, hold up, because yeah, he just said that he carries it with him everywhere. Yeah, always carries it. Yeah, Cody always carries it. Cody, what you just said seems, well, a little strange. Didn't you say before that you always bring your digital camera wherever you go? You were quite clear about that. I love this. I don't know why I freaking love this animation. Yeah, this is me when the crit happens, for sure. Cody, you shouldn't lie here. You understand that, right?
Mr. Wright, a word with you.
Uh-oh. Was I putting a little too much pressure on?
What is this digital camera contraption you're talking about?
It's, a digital camera, Your Honor. It's kind of a new sort of camera. How do I explain that? Yeah, oh no, he's old! Exactly. It's funny. I think the funniest part of the whole thing is, for those who aren't, like, absolute Ace Attorney buffs like me, they never, like, outright state years in this game, but through context clues and various little tidbits here and there throughout the series, it has been determined that this game takes place in 2016, canonically. Like, the actual events of this game take place in 2016. So yes, apparently in 2016, this man does not know what a digital camera is. And they also use flip phones and floppy disks and, like, old chunky tan fucking computer desktops and monitors. Yeah, how 2016? I know, it's wild. It's all based on like some like specific like evidence that actually like I said, they don't usually talk about years in this, but there's a very specific piece of evidence that actually does show the year, and so people have been able to like determine like it's crazy. There's like an entire Ace Attorney timeline that like goes over like, oh, this has to take place in this year, this has to take place in that year. It's kind of wild. So yeah, I'm a big Ace Attorney buff, so I have a good understanding of like what happens when. So yeah, 2016 for Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. Yeah, we're at 2016 where we all use flip phones. It's good stuff. How do I explain that?
I see.
Anyway, Cody, I can't believe you wouldn't bring your camera on a trip to the studios. You did bring it, didn't you? Mr. Wright, how cruel you are to terrorize a poor child so. Yeah, it's kind of like BTAS timeline rules. Yeah, like there's a couple of pieces of evidence. What's actually cool about this and kind of separates it from that sort of thing though, Star, is that like every time that there's been any amount of evidence, again, I'm not gonna go over it all because it like gets into spoilery stuff, but anytime there has been evidence that like demonstrates like what year it is, it actually all lines up every single time. Like, could be a coincidence, could be that they actually care about that sort of thing. It's hard to say, but yeah, all of the evidence that talks about years in this series all happens to line up perfectly. So it's actually kind of cool. So yeah, it's nice. It's nice. But yeah, we'll get there. I'll point out it's actually in this game. One of the like major pieces of timeline evidence is in this game. I'll point it out when we get there. But it'll be a little while. So yeah. In any case. I don't care if he's a child or a prosecuting attorney. No one should lie in court.
What do you mean, or a prosecuting attorney?
Well, Cody.
What? Yeah, so what? I had my camera. So what? You got a problem with that?
So, you did have a camera. And did you use this camera?
Why would I use it? I was too busy watching.
Very well. Please testify to the court about what you were so busy watching.
Have a good lurk. Enjoy your food, e-girl. Thanks for the lurk. I appreciate it.
Yeah, I had my camera with me, but I was glued to the action. I couldn't take my eyes off it. The Steel Samurai, he goes for the bad guy. Wham! Then the bad guy stopped moving. He's so strong. The Steel Samurai rules.
Is that all? Well, that was brief. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination.
Okay, very good. Comfy says feels weird for them to go for a canon time period and not pick the one that's actually based on. I know it. Well, so it's weird. Again, I won't go into like actual spoiler details or anything like that. Again, I'll point it out when we get there. But basically, what it is like there's a document that's shown that is from like over a decade in the past. It's an over a decade old document, and that document is like listed as being like a specific. I believe it's 2001 that it lists. And so yeah. So and then basically that document is from 2001. And then this game takes place 15 years later, which means that this has to be, or rather, this game takes place 15 years after the events of that document. So that means that this has to be 2016 by like just math. So yeah, that's what it is. That's what it is. But yeah, like I say, we'll get into the specifics. I'll point it out when we get there. Okay, so let's see. Glued to the action can take your eyes off of it. Here, I'll press on that. So, you were watching the Steel Samurai. Did you watch the whole fight?
Yeah, of course.
You didn't turn away, not even once?
No.
Okay then, tell us exactly what happened.
Yeah, I'm getting to that.
So, the bad guy attacked him first?
Yeah.
What sort of person was this bad guy?
I told you, a person. He was a person.
How was he dressed?
I kinda don't remember. I was too busy watching the Steel Samurai.
I see, and what happened next? Why?
Huh? What do you mean, why?
Why wasn't the bad guy moving?
Well, because the Steel Samurai brought him to justice.
And how exactly did he do that?
How did he do it? With a samurai kick, with a samurai punch, samurai chop, samurai slap. Something like that.
He's still being vague about this.
What? Don't give me that look, Pops.
How should I play this? I'm gonna press him harder. Cody.
What?
Something's bothering me. Before you said that, you, oh my God. Before you said, there should be a comma there, that's why it was throwing me. Before, you said that that you couldn't take your eyes off of the action.
Yeah, so what?
Yet you missed the most important part? What is the meaning of this? The witness has stated what they saw quite clearly. You know as well as I do that he's being vague. Tell me, what kind of murderer uses a samurai slap? My point is this. Cody, you may have seen some of the Steel Samurai's fight, but you missed the most important part, the killing blow.
Order! Order! Mr. Wright, how could this be? Can you explain how he might have missed something so vital?
Well, that's the thing. Phoenix, I believe you're on the right track with this. Think, why didn't Cody see the climax of the fight? I know you. You can figure this out.
Mr. Wright, your answer. We have ascertained that this young boy is a great fan of the Steel Samurai. Why wouldn't he watch the climax of the fight?
I am going to show evidence. Your Honor, I have evidence.
Evidence?
Yes, Your Honor. Sachi says, I'm honestly enjoying this so much. Liz's voices are so fun. Oh, I'm so glad you like it, Sachi. I'm trying my best. Eventually, I'm going to run out of ideas for him. I'll have to ask y'all for suggestions. But yeah, so far, I think I've done a pretty good job of like keeping them all different and like balanced and not killing my throat. Although, admittedly, Gumshoe and Cody are a bit of a strain, but I'm trying my best. The camera, of course. Here's my proof.
What's that? The camera?
Oh, thank you for the water, Monica. Appreciated. The witness stated that he recently received this camera.
Yes, I'm aware of that.
He wasn't entirely familiar with its operation.
I'm aware of that, too. Ah!
Correct. Why would Cody be looking somewhere else at the critical moment? Because he was looking at his camera. He was trying to take a picture. Oh, just you wait, Star and Soul. Once we get to the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles, which will be a while to be fair, that game takes place entirely in Britain. So don't you worry, the Galarian accent will be coming out, I'm sure.
Hey!
Bullseye.
What's your problem, Pops? You got a thing for picking on little kids?
Pressing, not picking. Good job, Phoenix. Sachi says, was that the auto cry I heard? Yeah, that's I have new notification noises. Yeah, whenever people redeem a what the fuck are they called? The channel point redemptions, you'll hear the cry, and whenever I get a follow or a sub or anything like that, then you'll hear the auto noise from the anime. It's really nice. I'm a fan. Cody was lying, clearly. Smart of you to realize that there was no way he could just stand there watching his hero and not take a picture. Right. Cody, there was only one reason why you would have looked away from the fight, and that was because you wanted to take a picture. But having just received your camera, you weren't used to using it yet. So, you missed the climax of the fight, correct?
Yeah.
Well, Phoenix, I'll bet anything. I'll bet you anything he's hiding more than that. Have him testify again. Right. Mia means business. Your Honor, the defense would like to request that Cody Hackins testify once more. Oh, that is cute, Yumi. I don't know how I'd like demonstrate that, but it is very cute. I would love if I had like just unlimited funds for like commissions and stuff like that. I would adore having different like actual Audino animations for each of the different redemptions, but that's expensive. So, but I would love an Audino with like a little water bottle, like taking a sippy sip. That'd be so cute. That'd be so cute.
Very well. Cody, could you please tell us about your camera and about why you didn't take a picture of the fight?
Welcome to the real world, kid. I don't know, Lid's V2 model. I've looked into that as a possibility, Stella. I still don't know how I feel about it, but you know. I do rather like the I forget what they're called. They have like a special name. It's like a PNG tuber, but it's like where they like change animations or whatever between like depending on like the volume of your voice or whatever, or like the tone. That would be really cool. Again, this is all like hypothetical, like if I had actual money to spend on this kind of stuff, because yeah, art is expensive, and as it should be because it's beautiful. So yeah, it is definitely a thing that I would love to do eventually when I have the funds for it.
Yeah, you're right, Pops. The Steel Samurai had just escaped from the clutches of the villain, so I held up my camera to take a picture. But the lens wouldn't open in time, so I missed it. That's all that happened. Yep. Anything strange in that testimony, Mr. Wright?
I'm not sure, but I'd like to proceed with the cross-examination anyway. Okay, escape from the clutches of the villain, held up my camera to take a picture, but the lens wouldn't open. Here, I'm gonna press on this one real quick. Why couldn't you take a picture?
My new camera has too many buttons. I couldn't figure it out. I tried to take a picture, I really tried.
When the lens opened, what did you see? Jackie says no photo the same way as no bitches. Yeah, show me the Phoenix Wright Mega Mind face. Beautiful.
Well, a person on the ground and the steel samurai.
That's all?
Yeah, I told you I didn't take a picture.
I would've once I got that lens open. Did he really not take a picture? Not even one? Nah, he definitely would've taken a picture. There's gotta be something here I can use. Cody! Listen up, Cody Hackins. I know exactly what happened that day. You took a picture.
Hey!
Bullseye?
How did you know?
I see through all your lies, Cody Hackins. It's one of my powers.
Wow.
This feels great.
Yeah, I took a picture.
Perhaps you could change your testimony to reflect this, Cody?
Okay, took a few shots, but it was too late, so you erased them. Let's press on that. You erased them?
Yeah.
Why would you erase a picture of your beloved steel samurai, victorious?
Well, you know, why would I want to keep a picture like that?
He's becoming less and less cooperative. I better find a clear contradiction soon, or some solid evidence. How can I pick holes in such a short testimony? There has to be something. Dig up dirt, Phoenix. Find out what this kid's all about. Okay, so I think I need to present something on that line. I think it's the scrapbook. Yes, let's go. Cody.
What? Man, every time you say Cody, you follow up with something bad.
I just wanted to thank you for giving me this the other day.
Huh? Oh, right.
What was it you told me then?
I go to every live performance. I always take a picture when the steel samurai lands the final blow. Wazam! I got them all. I never missed a one. A perfect collection.
Cody, did you really get a picture of the steel samurai standing victorious over his foe? If you did, I find it hard to believe that you would just erase it. Wouldn't you keep it for your album?
Ah!
Mr. Wright, what exactly is this album?
It's called Path to Glory. It's a collection of pictures of the steel samurai, all taken by Cody Hackins. He claims it's a perfect collection of every battle the steel samurai has won.
I see.
Don't you find this very odd, Your Honor? Among all his pictures of the steel samurai, none were taken that day.
Order. Mr. Wright, have you an explanation? If the steel samurai had just defeated his adversary, I certainly would have expected to see a picture of it in this album.
Exactly my point, Your Honor. No. Wait. No way! Phoenix? I think we finally discovered the truth. And what a truth it is. Mia, are we sure about this? Did he actually? Yes. I'm pretty sure that what you're thinking is right. Tell them, Phoenix. Tell them what the truth is.
Mr. Wright, please explain to the court what is going on here. Why are there no pictures in the album from the day of the murder? Why would the boy have erased the photos he took?
Because the steel samurai didn't win. I can think of only one reason, Your Honor. The steel samurai didn't win. That's why Cody deleted those photos.
You mean the steel samurai lost?
Well, Cody, I'm right, aren't I? Tell the truth. The bad guy defeated the steel samurai.
No way! No! It's impossible! The Steel Samurai never loses! He never loses to anyone, ever!
Your Honor, the witness has revealed everything with his words. There was a reason why he lied and told us he didn't take a picture. The same reason he erased his precious photos. For Cody, it was inconceivable that the Steel Samurai could be defeated. However, Cody witnessed the impossible. He saw the Steel Samurai lose. Yet to admit what he saw would destroy everything he believed in. That's why he lied and said the Steel Samurai won. He couldn't handle the truth.
Order? I will have order. Witness, Cody, is this true? What did you see? Tell the court what you saw.
Thank you for the water, Jackie. Cody, that day you saw the Steel Samurai lose a fight, right?
Okay. You're right. The Steel Samurai fell down. And he didn't move.
Order! What kind of stunt are you trying to pull, Wright? The Steel Samurai was the murderer, not the victim.
Yet according to your witness testimony, the Steel Samurai was the one who fell.
Mr. Wright, what's going on?
Apparently, we've all made a serious error.
An error? What's this all about?
Steel Samurai was the victim. If you understand what really happened, it's actually quite simple. At the end of the fight, the Steel Samurai fell to the ground and lay still. In other words, the Steel Samurai was not the killer, he was the victim. Don't you see? Jack Hammer was the Steel Samurai.
Order! So, the Steel Samurai in this photograph, you're saying that the man in this costume was the victim, Mr. Jack Hammer?
That's what I'm saying, Your Honor. Jack Hammer was present at the action scene run-through that morning. Thus, he obviously knew about Will Power's foot injury.
But wait! Hadn't Mr. Hammer gone to Studio 1 already?
That's what everyone thought. But remember what Miss Oldbag said in her testimony?
On the day of the murder, I arrived at the guard station at 1 p.m. Did I see old Hammer? No. He'd already gone to the studio before I got back to the guard station.
Mr. Jack Hammer left the employee area after lunch. However, no one saw him go to Studio 1. Nor was there a picture of him. He waited for Mr. Powers to take his nap in the dressing room. Then he snuck into the dressing room and stole the Steel Samurai costume.
But why would the victim do such a thing?
I don't know.
I get it. I thought the Steel Samurai was moving strange. So it was a different person inside the suit. Pops!
Huh? Me? What?
Actually, there's one piece of data I saved.
Data?
Yeah, a photo on my digital camera.
What?
Show us, quick.
No way, man, not if you're gonna look at me like that.
Now!
Oh, here, this is it. Well, looking at this, it's still a little hard to say. I'm afraid that it could be anyone in that costume. Your opinion, Mr. Wright?
I agree, Your Honor. This isn't decisive evidence.
I'm sorry, this doesn't look like the proof we need. I'll give it back.
Wait, Phoenix. Mia, what? Look at that photo once more. That's it, Phoenix. That photo is all the evidence you need to win this trial. What? Your Honor, may I see that photo once more, please?
Certainly, I don't see why not.
Phoenix, show him. There's a glaring, decisive inconsistency with the facts as we know them in that photo. Find the inconsistency in the photo. Your Honor, look at this.
I see a gate?
Might I draw your attention to the number on that gate?
The number? Ah, yes, well, it's a little hard to see, but it looks like a 2.
Clearly not a 1, Your Honor, correct?
Ah,
I believe Mr. Edgeworth sees what I'm getting at.
but that's impossible.
What's this all about? Please explain so that I might be shocked along with the rest of the court.
I'll use the studio guide map. The body was found here in Studio 1. However, what do we see in this photo taken at the time of the murder? It does not say 1 on that gate in that photo. Your Honor, here is the true scene of the crime. Here, at Studio 2.
I see. That would explain the 2 on the gate in the photo.
Your Honor, I find it very significant that the murder took place in Studio 2. The path was blocked. The path to the trailer was blocked.
So we've heard.
The path was blocked at 2:15. In other words, the victim went to Studio 2 before that time.
Yes, I suppose that would be the case.
Remember Mr. Salmonella's testimony? Allow me to remind the court. He said no one in the trailer was guilty because they could not have gone to Studio 1. Yet in actuality, the reverse was true. Only someone in the trailer could have committed this murder. They were the only ones with access to the scene of the crime, Studio 2. As you may recall, there's a trailer in Studio 2. Now, on that day, a meeting was held in that very trailer. There was a break in the meeting corresponding to the time of death. During that break, Mr. Salmonella and Miss D. Vasquez were outside eating steak. They were at the scene of the crime.
Order!
The defense makes the following claims. The scene of the crime was Studio 2. The person that the security guard, Miss Oldbag, saw was the victim, Mr. Jack Hammer. Mr. Hammer, for some reason, stole the Steel Samurai costume. Then he went to Studio 2.
This is madness. Jack Hammer's the victim. The victim.
Why would he steal a Steel Samurai costume? Are you suggesting he did so to cover up the details of his own murder? Well, no, of course not. Or do you have proof? Give me proof that the victim, Jack Hammer, stole the costume. I have proof. I have proof.
You do?
You do, Mr. Wright?
Now that they're so surprised suddenly, I'm much less confident. I think I'm right, though. Here's my proof that Jack Hammer stole the costume. This is it.
An empty medicine bottle?
I found this on the table in the employee area. The same table where Mr. Hammer and Mr. Powers ate. The label reads, sleeping pills.
Sleeping pills?
The defendant, Mr. Powers, spent that entire afternoon sleeping. He was drugged by Mr. Hammer.
Wait a moment. That bottle does raise some suspicions, yes. But there is no proof that Mr. Hammer used it.
Your Honor, I have an idea. Fingerprint the bottle.
An idea? Very well, let's hear it.
I want to check this bottle for fingerprints. If my claim is true, Mr. Hammer's fingerprints should show up on this bottle. Oh, wait, no, sorry. That's wrong. That was my judge. Welcome in, Envy. Good to see you. Welcome. I know, yeah, Pursuit is so good. It's so stinking good. It's a fantastic song.
I suppose you're right. Very well. The court will take possession of the bottle.
All right, very good.
This court will suspend proceedings on the current trial for today. Cody Hackins' testimony has revealed new possibilities in this case. In fact, things may have happened very differently than we previously thought. The Steel Samurai seen by Miss Oldbag may have been the victim, Jack Hammer. The scene of the crime was not Studio 1, but Studio 2. And those in the trailer did not have time to commit, or did have time to commit the murder. Mr. Wright,
Yes, Your Honor.
your homework is to find the answer to the following question. Why would Mr. Hammer steal the Steel Samurai costume? Also, who killed him and why? Find the answers for me by tomorrow.
That's a lot of homework.
Mr. Edgeworth, you will need to reconsider your stance in this case. Above all, you will need to reconsider your suspicion of Mr. Will Powers.
As you say, Your Honor.
This trial will be extended until tomorrow. This is the last extension. Very well. Court is adjourned.
Yeah, nobody walked in the forest except for Cody. I think the logic is just that, like, the trees are very highly compacted, so only, like, a small child could fit through them. You can make it work, but just, yeah, I wish that they would just say that, so it was like, okay, at least they explain it. But they never do. They never do. Whew. That was a close one. We were saved by a hair, but that's all that counts. I thought seriously about going home about 3 times during the trial. Me too.
Really? You both seem so confident.
Maybe I should take up a career in acting. I was ready to pronounce you dead about 3 times back there. Me too.
Dead?
Of course we're kidding.
Are you sure?
I wasn't kidding. Now, Mr. Powers, we have to go make our final investigation, but I promise you, we'll find the true killer by tomorrow's trial.
Right, thanks.
To be continued. Well done, everybody. Well done. We knocked out the trial. Heck yeah. And yeah, we still got plenty of time, of course, so we will continue on into investigation day 3. Heck yeah, baby. I hope y'all are enjoying. I definitely am. I continue to have a fantastic time with this series. Ooh, that stir fry looks amazing. I just looked at the Discord. That looks really, really tasty, NB. Goddamn. Oh yeah, very good. And thank you for the water as well. I appreciate it. Okay, so yeah, let's do this thing. October 19th, 3:27 p.m. Wright and Company Law Offices. That was a close one, huh, Mia? Really? Too bad. I'm sorry I missed it. Maya. So, what happened? Well, I think I've got a pretty good idea who did it. Now all I need is a motive and proof. Wow, good going, Nick. Under the initial trial system, tomorrow... Oh, yeah, the explanation for why shit is, like, so tight, but, like... in case y'all were wondering, why is there a 3-day limit? It's because that's how the courts were in Japan for a really long time. But, like, in America, since they moved the setting to America, it doesn't make a whole lot of sense, so they have to be like, oh, yeah, there was a new law or whatever that made it so trials could only be 3 days long. So, yeah, here we go. Here's some Japanifornia lore for you. Under the initial trial system, tomorrow's the last day we have. Initial trial? What's that? That's the new court system they introduced 2 or 3 years ago. They had so many cases in the system, they decided to speed the whole process up. So under that system, trials have to end in 3 days? Yeah, pretty much. Well, we've no time to waste. I don't get it, Maya. Why would Mr. Hammer steal the Steel Samurai costume? What? You mean Mr. Hammer was wearing the costume? Yeah. But Mr. Hammer was the victim, Nick. Why would he go through the trouble of stealing it? That's what we have to find out. Jackie asks, is Maya aware Mia's been possessed? She's aware that Mia's been there, but she does not have any recollection of anything that happens while Mia's there. So yeah. In case y'all were wondering. That's actually like a plot point later on in the series, so yeah. They are unaware of what happens while the other is in control, so yeah. Something to keep in mind. The director's alibi. What happened with the director's testimony? Well, it's pretty clear that the producer and the director were both in the trailer. Huh? Which means that the killer has to be one of them. Really? Why? Because the real scene of the crime was Studio 2, where the trailer is. What? Was Maya always this excitable? Well, have you noticed anything that might help us? I can't see what's going on when Mia's here. So no, I haven't noticed anything. Right. Maybe we should go talk to WP? WP, Powers, right. All right, and we're off. Oh wait, actually, I'm curious. Does the dialogue change now that we've talked to Mia about Charlie? Hold on, it's important. Mia's favorite potted plant. Maya has been watering it so much lately it looks a little swollen. She's either trying to make it grow or she's perfecting her water torture technique. Okay, no new dialogue, but yeah, we did learn in the previous stream that plant's name is Charlie, and Charlie is the goat. Okay, to the detention center. October 19th, detention center visitors room.
Mr. Wright, you did very well again today. Thank you.
Oh, thanks. Could you not look like you're about to burst into tears? Wow, Nick, you must have really wowed him in there. And you could wipe that grin off, and could you wipe that grin off your face? Hey, WP, only 1 day left. Let's make it count.
Yes, there's not really anything I can do to help.
I'm not really sure what I can do either. Please, this is no laughing matter. Producer Vasquez. Yeah, no, it definitely, apparently, according to, like, interviews and stuff like that, the game was originally conceived as a detective game, but then, like, they realized that, like, a lot of the stuff that, like, they wanted to do with, like, the gameplay and stuff, like, just wouldn't work fully for just a detective. So, yeah, they decided to make it an attorney game instead, which, you know, I'm fine with that. Could you tell me more about Miss Vasquez?
Oh, the producer? She's well respected in the industry. They say she's a genius.
A genius?
She's been at Global Studios for 5 years now. Right or wrong, nobody dares tell her different these days.
Why's that?
Ever since she came on board, we've had nothing but hits. Global Studios was on its knees, but she picked it up and made it shine. Oh,
And what?
Nothing. Forget it. I've only heard rumors anyhow.
Can you tell me anything about Mr. Manella?
Oh, he used to be a minor straight-to-video director, but something in his work caught Vasquez's eye. She brought the Steel Samurai idea to him. Now everyone knows the name Salmonella. I hear he's pretty much at her beck and call, though. Whenever she says jump, he asks how high and all that.
I can imagine being at beck and call, but I can't imagine him jumping. I was wondering about Mr. Hammer. He was a big star back in the day, right? But then he just dropped off the face of the earth.
Oh, well, yes, you're right. In fact, he was my role model when I started in the business. But he just stopped talking on, or he just stopped taking on big roles. That's when he began appearing in little productions at Global.
How could he do that? I was really looking forward to a sequel to Samurai Summer.
He just gave up being a star 5 years ago. Actually, now that I think about it, that was right when Miss Vasquez came to Global.
5 years ago? Okay. And we're off to the studio. October 19th, Global Studios main gate. The old windbag sure is quiet today. You know, this place is really peaceful like this. Nick, I think your guard's down. Yeah? I bet we could even eat those donuts in the guard station, if we wanted. You eat, you die. Whew, she's alive! I was wondering about Dee Vasquez, the producer. Oh, the studio bigwigs love her. She always gets her way. She seems bitter. Do you not like the producer? Look, the studio people don't want me talking about her, so sorry. Can I ask you about Salmonella, the director? So, he's soft, a pushover, does whatever Vasquez tells him to. She treats him like dirt, but I think he likes it. Huh? Why would anyone like being treated like dirt? Oh, Maya, you sweet summer child. That doesn't make any sense, does it, Nick? No, it doesn't, Maya. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Maya, you precious child. Oh, goodness, goodness, goodness. Emby says appropriate reaction to a threat to eat to your donut. Yeah, absolutely. About Mr. Hammer.
Ah! I heard about what you said today, cheeky whippersnapper. Poor old Hammer, you drag his star down from the sky and stomp on it, calling him a criminal, a thief. I won't forget this.
Uh-oh, she's really pissed this time.
You listen to me, whippersnapper. My poor old Hammer would never do such a thing. Why would he steal Mr. Powers' costume so he could sneak by me? He would never stoop so low. It's impossible.
All right. Well, let's move on. Outside Studio 1. Think back, Nick, to the day of the murder. Mr. Hammer put on the Steel Samurai costume. Then he left from here to go to Studio 2? Right. But why? I wonder if someone called him, like the director or the producer? October 19th, Studio 2 entrance. Hey, Nick, it's Miss Vasquez. Hello. Hello. H-E-L-L-O! Maya, you should at least try to be polite. I'm watching the clouds. That's all she had to say, apparently. Excuse me, Mr. Hammer came here the day of the murder and... Shush. Perhaps you didn't hear me. I'm watching the clouds. I'm not interested in talking to you. Do something, Nick. She's really ticking me off. Oh dear. Mr. Powers wasn't the killer. You don't have to cancel the Steel Samurai. I think I'm tired of the Steel Samurai. You did it. Nick, she did it. She's the killer. My Fae blood speaks to me. I know it. I know it. Oh dear. I was wondering if you could tell me about Mr. Manila? If you must talk about that man, perhaps you could talk about it in the trailer? By yourselves? Oh dear. Okay, well she is very uncooperative. In the trailer, anything going on? Hey, Frumpy, welcome. Hope you're doing well. Is it gonna lurk? Have a good lurk. Thank you for the lurk. I appreciate it. Wasn't the assistant cleaning up yesterday? Funny, it still seems pretty messy in here. I guess she was still on a high from getting that rare card she needed. Okay, nothing going on here. Let's head on over to the employee area. October 19th, Global Studios employee area. I guess they're not filming today either. I did want to see them filming, just one time. This trial will be over and done by tomorrow. You can come and see them film later. Yes. This is where you found that bottle of sleeping pills, right? Uh-huh. I wonder if there's any other clues lying around.
Yeah! No touching.
Eek!
Oh, sorry, pal. Didn't mean to frighten you.
Didn't mean. I almost had a heart attack.
I guess I can be a little dramatique at times. I suppose it's the actor in me.
Dramatique indeed.
Anyway, I'm here to examine the plate on that table.
Wait, are you looking for sleeping pills?
Yeah, pal. Traces thereof.
So you're looking for traces of the sleeping pills how?
For a thorough examination, I gotta take the plate back to the precinct. But I have the capabilities of a cursory examination right here. Our science guy gave me some testing solution. This reacts to these sleeping pills, see? If there's traces, it'll change color.
Wow, neat. Well, Detective Gumshoe, what are you waiting for?
Now, everything in due time, pal. Well, the testing solution on the plate changed color, all right.
So the food on this plate had been laced with sleeping pills.
Looks like it.
Oh, shit, I accidentally clicked the wrong one. Oh, well. How is Edgeworth doing anyway? We're gonna do him in the wrong order. I hate that it even lets you do that.
Mr. Edgeworth is out of control. He was in the waiting room and he crushed his paper cup with hot coffee in it.
Whoa.
Talk about burns, pal.
Wow, the fury of Edgeworth. Yeah, crushing paper cups. Bottles. Say, whatever happened to that empty bottle?
Oh, the bottle of sleeping pills? Well, I got some good news for you about that. They found the victim, Jack Hammer's prints on the bottle.
So that means...
Yup, it sounds like the one who put Powers to sleep was none other than the victim.
So I was right. How goes your investigation?
To tell the truth, it's a real mess, pal. Some people think we should pursue the case we already have against Powers, and some people think we should switch suspects.
What do you think, Detective Gumshoe?
Well, pal, I hate to admit it, but I'm not sure I buy the case against Mr. Powers anymore. I feel kind of bad for Mr. Edgeworth, though.
Alrighty then. Detective, about that bottle.
Oh, that? Talk about embarrassing, pal. I can't believe I missed that on my first sweep for evidence. Don't know how I can apologize to Mr. Edgeworth.
It must be tough being a detective with all that responsibility.
Oh,
Alright, big plate.
looks like Will Powers was drugged. I'm going back to the precinct to do some more detailed tests.
You're being very free with information today, Detective.
Well, don't go telling anyone this, pal, but I was kind of impressed at today's trial, too. Most lawyers would have given up after that director's testimony. I think if it had been anyone else up there but you, Powers would be done for by now.
Okay, I think I'm supposed to present him something, but I don't remember what. Let's see. Okay, not that. God, what would it be? Scrapbook, maybe? Nope. Monkey? Nope. Beer? Nope. I know I presented him something, I can't remember what. Oh, badge? Nope, okay. I figured as much. Yeah, I guess I don't know what I'm supposed to present him now. He doesn't have anything else to say, so I guess we'll just come back and talk to him again after... Maybe I gotta examine? The remains of the employee's lunch are scattered around. Everyone was probably too shocked to clean up. There's a T-bone on one of the plates, minus the steak. Okay, so yeah, nothing new there. Okay, let's go into the dressing room. Oh, hello. What are you doing here? Oh, I was just cleaning up the dressing room. I guess WP won't be using it anymore, so... What? Why? But WP's innocent. Yes, and I'm really grateful for all that you've done. But this week is the last episode of the Steel Samurai. What? No! I was wondering if I could ask you about Mr. Hammer. Yes? On the day of the murder, he went to Studio 2. Huh? I thought he went to Studio 1. He stole the Steel Samurai costume too. What? Why would Mr. Hammer do something like that? Oh. I guess the rumor must be true then. The rumor? Yeah. Miss Vasquez, that producer, had some kind of hold on Hammer. She had some dirt on him. He'd do anything she said, apparently. Some dirt? What dirt? Dirt, you know, bad stuff. I know what dirt means. About 5 years ago, they were filming a movie starring Mr. Hammer. They were using the new studio, Studio 2.
Some sort of accident happened during filming. After that, they never used Studio 2 again. They left the film set the way it was, too.
The film set? Was that trailer part of the film set then?
What do you mean, The Last Steel Samurai? I know it's a shock, but nothing can be done to save it now. Whoever really did kill Mr. Hammer also signed the Steel Samurai's death warrant. No. No! Also, I hear that Global Studio is going to change its programming. They're not going to make kids shows anymore. What? Why? I don't know. It's sad, but that's what Global Studios decided.
Why aren't they gonna make kids shows anymore?
The studio bigwigs don't want the Steel Samurai around anymore. They want to forget all this ever happened. They want it quiet, you understand? How can they just do that? What about all the kids who love the Steel Samurai? It's okay. I'm sure the kids will be fine. They'll find a new hero to follow. No, that can't be true. If the program just ends, they'll be heartbroken for sure. Nick, say something.
Yeah. I think evidence rather than words is called for here. Here, take a look at this. Yeah, it is very on brand for Mai. Yeah, no, she likes kids shows. That's her thing.
And this is?
A fan collected all these photographs. The kids love the Steel Samurai. The show shouldn't be canceled just so some adults can save face. I would think you would understand that better than anyone.
You're right. Okay, but what can I do?
Well, for starters, you could tell me something. Tell me what it is that tell me what it is that Global Studios is so intent on hiding. Tell me about this accident 5 years ago.
Okay.
Could you tell us what happened 5 years ago?
Well, I can tell you what I've heard. Apparently, 5 years ago, someone died, and it was Hammer's fault.
Someone died?
It was an accident, of course. Anyway, the producer, Miss Vasquez, managed to hush it up.
And that's the dirt she had on Mr. Hammer?
And that's why Mr. Hammer would do anything Miss Vasquez asked him to do? But it was an accident, right? Why didn't they just make it public? Well, you know, Mr. Hammer was a big star back then. They were afraid about what would happen to his career if word got out. I see. You know who knows more about this? Miss Oldbag. She was here at the studios back then, you know.
Thanks. We'll try asking her. If she'll talk. Thank you, Penny. I appreciate all the exposition.
What, you're still slinking around? If you like the place so much, why don't you take over for me?
The old windbag doesn't look so good.
Everybody's doing their darndest to forget Hammer. Who do they think made Global Studios what it is today? Hammer. It's all due to Hammer.
She's starting to froth at the mouth, Nick. Maybe we should keep a safe distance?
I wanted to ask you about 5 years ago.
Who told? Where did you hear that from?
Huh?
Nichols!
Nichols?
Nichols, Nick. Penny Nichols, that assistant we talked to?
Oh, right. Anyway, we heard about the accident. It was during filming with Jack Hammer. He killed a man, didn't he?
Ooh, whippersnappers! Drifting up dirt on someone's past like that, and the recently departed too, no less. I suppose you think this is fun.
No, I'm just doing my job to protect Mr. Powers.
And you claim that Hammer stole Powers' costume. You expect me to believe that rubbish? Or do you have some kind of proof?
Proof that Hammer stole Powers' costume? I'm sorry, Miss Oldbag, but I do have proof. I can prove that Mr. Hammer stole Mr. Powers' costume. Here's my proof.
What? What's a little old bottle supposed to prove?
Take it easy, Sachi. It was fun having ya.
if you want to get caught up or whatever, the VODs will be uploaded, of course. So yeah, if you want to pick it up where you left off and catch back up when we play again next week, that's what the VODs are for. So yeah, we'll see you later. Take care. It's a bottle of sleeping pills with Mr. Hammer's fingerprints on it.
What does that prove? I'm sure old Hammer has some sleepless nights. Where's the proof that he used those pills on Powers?
Mr. Powers ate a T-bone steak for lunch, correct?
Well, yes, so?
This is the plate that he used to eat that steak. There are traces of sleeping pill powder on the plate.
Oh! I see. Poor Hammer. You did wrong, Hammer. Rest your soul.
Miss Oldbag?
Okay, you win. I'll talk. I'm tired, see? Tired of holding it all in.
Miss Oldbag.
You're right. 5 years ago, there was an accident. A fatal accident. What's worse, a paparazzi took a photo of it. That photo, well, it caused quite a stir. And guess who made it all better? Vasquez. She has ties to the mafia. She silenced that paparazzi. That was the beginning. After that, she became a force to be reckoned with here at the studio.
I see.
But you have to understand, poor old Hammer never meant any harm to anyone.
Miss Oldbag.
Hold on a minute.
Poor Miss Oldbag.
Here, take this.
A photograph? Wait a second.
This is a picture.
Is this the trailer from Studio 2?
Hammer was supposed to fight with the bad guy on top of those stairs there. He pushed the other actor and the man fell onto the flower box fence.
But how did you get this?
It was a long time ago. I don't feel much like talking about it.
I understand. There we go. The plot thickens, as they say. Very good, very good. Let's head back over to Studio 2. Cuffy says, love seeing this nuance to Oldbag before it all vanishes. I know. It's true, it's true. No, I love, I freaking love, she's a goofy character, right? But she's like, she actually has a little bit of depth to her in this case. I freaking love it. Very, oh God, just more examples of like, this game has fucking terrific writing. I really adore it. She's not even looking. What? Where did you get that? Well... Oldbag. Old? She meets the security lady, Miss Oldbag, Nick. Right. Anyway, Miss Vasquez, you hid this incident from the press, didn't you? And you used it to control Mr. Hammer. The wind. Huh? It's gotten stronger, don't you think? The wind? Your conversation interests me. Let's talk about it more inside the trailer. Nick, she went inside the trailer. Okay, let's follow her in. You came. Well then, what was that you were talking about? Why is she so eager to talk all of a sudden? Miss Vasquez, you were using that accident. You were blackmailing Mr. Hammer so you could control him, weren't you? That's why he was doing kid shows for petty change. So I'm a blackmailer, am I now? Well, that's what it was, wasn't it? I mean, sure, it was an accident, but you used it to drag Mr. Hammer down from his rightful place as a star. Oh, I haven't pulled anyone down from anywhere. Mr. Hammer's career went sour of its own accord. But you were the cause. You pressured him to think it was just an accident. Excuse me. What is all this about? You keep saying accident, accident. How are you so sure? What do you mean?
Must I spell everything out for you? Think. What would it be if it wasn't an accident? Huh? No. No way.
You mean Mr. Hammer did it on purpose?
That is what I mean.
Where's your proof? Can you prove it?
Just think. Would he have let me run his life for 5 years over a mere accident? And I ran him hard, so believe you me.
But the security lady said it was an accident.
Oh, well, she was a big fan of Hammer, you see. She jumped on the reporter who brought that photo into the studio. She wrenched it out of his hand, she did. Gave him a few bruises, too.
So that's why she had the photo.
She's an old fool. Of course, all the reporter would need is the negatives. He could have made a copy. But he didn't. The only copy of that photo is the one you hold. Give it to me, now.
What? This is valuable evidence.
Boys.
Who are they?
Professionals. They're good at erasing various things. What do you think? Would you like to be erased?
What?
The trial ends tomorrow? How unfortunate. It's a shame you'll have to miss it.
Tell me why. Why do you want this photograph so badly? This is Mr. Hammer's dirt, no? Why should D. Vasquez care about it all?
I'm sure you'll have plenty of time to think about where you're going. So long, friends. Boys, erase away.
No! Welcome in, Red Wing. Hope you're doing well.
Hold it right there. I heard everything, pal. D. Vasquez, you're coming down to the precinct with me now.
Not bad. Very well. It appears this contest will be decided tomorrow then, in court. I'll be looking forward to it.
Yeah, apparently Phoenix has learned nothing from Red White and just reveals his whole fucking hand again. Yes, very good, very good.
Hey, you okay, pal? Sorry I was a little late with my entrance. I just don't get many chances to practice that sort of thing.
Detective Gumshoe? Thank you, thank you, thank you. I was really scared.
Huh? Don't mention it, pal. Just doing my job.
Detective Gumshoe?
Sorry, it's just I've always wanted to say that line ever since I became a detective. Okay, I've got one more job to do today. I'm sure we'll run into each other again soon.
Well, Nick, it looks like we're getting close to the bottom of this.
And who's at the bottom? D. Vasquez. To be continued. Very good, very good.
The plot thickens. The plot thickens. Yes, very good. I'm gonna save real quick. I do have to run to the restroom real fast. So I'm gonna go on standby for a hot second, run a very quick ad, and then we will jump into the final trial and try and wrap up this case today. So yes, very exciting stuff. I hope everyone will stick around. I'll be back very shortly. So yeah, stay tuned, everybody. Stay tuned.
Okay, thank you all for your patience. I am back. Let's do this thing, shall we? October 20th, 10 a.m., District Court, Courtroom number 4.
Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Will Powers.
The prosecution is ready, Your Honor.
The defense is ready, Your Honor.
Today will be the final day of this trial. I hope that both the prosecution and the defense will be able to present decisive evidence. Very well. Mr. Edgeworth, your opening statement.
In yesterday's session, the defense presented us with a new theory for this case. He claims that the scene of the crime was, in fact, Studio 2. Today I will call on people present at the Studio 2 trailer that day. From their testimonies, the truth will become clear.
Very well.
Edgeworth seems a bit on edge today. Very good.
You may call your first witness, Mr. Edgeworth.
The prosecution calls Miss D. Vasquez to the stand. Miss D. Vasquez is a producer who was present in the Studio 2 trailer that day. Will the witness state her name and occupation? D. Vasquez. I am the producer for Global Studios. On the day of the murder, you were in the trailer in Studio 2. As everyone here knows, yes? I dislike needless banter. If you must pontificate, do it while I am not here. Ugh.
Very well, Miss Vasquez. Please give the court your testimony concerning the day of the murder.
Nick, I know she did it. Make her pay. Right. She's guilty. I'll catch her with her pants down, so to speak.
I entered the trailer, a little before noon. The meeting began at 12 sharp and ended at 4. There was to be a rehearsal afterwards, so we went to Studio 1. I was fatigued, so I had Sal take me. At 2:30, we took a 15-minute break in the meeting. Sal and I ate T-bone steaks on the table in front of the trailer. We found Hammer's body later, when we all went to Studio 1. That is all.
I have a question about one part of your testimony. You were fatigued, so you had Sal take you?
The van. There's a van at Studio 2. I had him take me in that. I thought it might be risky to walk, what with the monkey's head toppling over.
Okay, we have a van. I just put the whole van in my pocket.
I see. Very well. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination.
This is the final battle, Nick. Let's do it. Yep, it's tricky, Comfy. It's tricky. Ace of Hurdy be like that sometimes. Okay, entered the trailer a little before noon. Meeting began at 12 and ended at 4. There was a rehearsal. Let's press on this one. And when exactly was that?
I've forgotten.
Maybe you could try remembering?
No. The meeting ended at 4 and the rehearsal was scheduled for 5. I would think it was between those times.
You would think. Come on, all you did was state the obvious, Edgeworth. Hold on. You had Sal take you? What does that mean?
It means what I just said. I had Sal take me in the Studio 2 van.
Oh, right. And what were you doing during that time?
Don't hit your desk. It irritates me.
Yeah, Mr. Wright. Oops.
It was a 15 minutes break.
That's like one of my all-time favorites. Don't hit your desk. Boom. Yeah, right. That's so silly. Anyways. Thought I had T-bone steaks. Actually, can I present evidence here?
Objection!
Yeah, hell yeah. Very good.
Ah, as I thought.
You claim you ate a T-bone steak, but I say you did not.
What's this now, Mr. Wright?
Look at this.
It's a plate?
This plate was on the table in the employee area. As you can see, a large bone has been left behind.
Mr. Wright, need I remind you that it was a T-bone steak?
Exactly my point. Remember, if you will, if Miss Vasquez and Mr. Manella ate at the table outside the trailer, yet there was no bones left on the plates. The plates were bare. Ugh. Miss Vasquez? Tell me, how can a person eat a T-bone steak and not leave the bone? I think I know how. You ate the bone too. You ate a boneless steak. You didn't eat the steak. You didn't eat any steak during that break. You took your steak and threw it somewhere, like that incinerator.
Ugh. I see. Then what was Miss Vasquez doing during her break?
Isn't it obvious, Your Honor? Picking on Salmonella. Meeting the Steel Samurai. She was meeting with the Steel Samurai.
Order? Are you saying?
Yes, Your Honor. As Miss Vasquez left the trailer to eat her steak, she ran into the Steel Samurai, and then you did it. You killed him with your own hands.
Mr. Wright, isn't that a little presumptuous?
What kind of stunt are you trying to pull, Wright? Let him claim what he wants. You say I did it.
Yes.
Fascinating. And here I was worrying that today would be as boring as all the rest. Very well. Let us have a battle of wits, you and I.
Any day, Vasquez. Good luck, Nick.
Let's see. What was that murder weapon again? Oh yes, the samurai spear.
Yes?
I am, as you can see, a woman of petite stature. How could I possibly use a heavy spear as a weapon?
You couldn't, could you? I think you would have a great deal of difficulty using that as a weapon. Pretty much anyone would.
Ha! You'll see?
Yes. However, that has no bearing on this case. Meaning? The samurai spear was not the murder weapon. Jackie says, please tell me they're not gonna put the, oh, I couldn't have done it. She's a woman, she couldn't have carried it. Well, to be clear, Jackie, they did just say, like, literally anyone who's not, like, a giant ripped person would have difficulty wielding it. They do a really good job of actually showing this in the anime adaptation, actually, where it's, like literally, like, a grown adult would struggle to carry this thing. Versus, like, let alone someone who has, like, absolutely no, like, muscle mass whatsoever. They don't necessarily, it is a little oofy that they feel the need to draw the fact that, like, oh, I'm a petite woman in particular, but, like, I get the vibe that they're going for. It's not necessarily, like, a sexism thing. At least that's not the way I interpret it. So, yeah, that's my thing. The samurai spear was not the murder weapon.
What?
What is the meaning of this? The spear was found lying next to the victim's body.
I have proof, Your Honor. I can prove the samurai spear was not used as the murder weapon.
Take that!
Oh, is it not this yet?
Wrong, Mr. Wright.
Damn it! I fucked it up. Is that my first, like, genuine fuck up in the playthrough? I think it might be, actually. I can sense it too, with my Fey blood. Okay, so I picked the wrong evidence. Enough with all the sensing. Right, so here's the real evidence, Your Honor. I can prove the samurai spear was not used as the murder weapon.
Take that!
Yeah, ripped lids, yep. I fucked it up. I remember, though. I remember. I present my proof, the so-called murder weapon.
But that is the murder weapon.
Not so fast. Remember that this spear broke during the morning. I can't believe they didn't bring this up sooner, actually. Remember that this spear broke during the morning action scene run through. But someone fixed the spear. It was the security lady. She fixed it with duct tape. Now tell me, how is it possible for someone to stab a man who's wearing a thick costume with this through the chest?
Order!
The penalty for like actually running out of your like penalty meter, Yumi, is actually pretty brutal. It will literally just kick you to the start menu, which is why you should save. If you're playing this game like legit, you should save regularly, because yeah, it will literally just kick you to the main menu and you'll have to restart wherever you last saved. They actually have it that way in Ace Attorneys 1 through 4. It wasn't until Ace Attorney 5 that they finally made it where it'll just make you restart where you left off, like prior to fucking up. But yeah, Ace Attorney 1 through 4, save regularly. Can recommend. Absolutely save regularly or you will have a bad time.
Mr. Wright, what are you driving at? Think about what you're...
Silence. I'm the one testifying here, and I will be heard. Aren't you quite sane? Are you even aware of what you're saying? If the samurai spear was not a murder weapon, then pray tell what was. How was Hammer killed?
Well, Mr. Wright, can you tell us what weapon was used to kill Mr. Hammer?
I can tell you. Would I make a claim like that if I couldn't tell you what the weapon was?
I'm afraid your confidence can sometimes be unfounded, Mr. Wright. Very well, let's see this murder weapon then.
Now I present the picture. Look at this photo.
What is this? Why, that's Jack Hammer standing on top of those stairs. Order! If I cannot have order, this trial will be suspended. Mr. Wright, what is this all about?
This photograph is from 5 years ago. There was an unfortunate accident at Global Studios. This is a photo of that very accident. Not a word of this was leaked to the outside. It was a close-kept secret at the studios.
What does this have to do with the current case?
Mr. Edgeworth, you still can't see it? See the fallen man in this photo? See how the fence post pierced him through the chest?
What? Are you saying...
Yes. What happened 5 years ago has happened again.
Mr. Wright, continue.
It's 2:30 p.m. on the day of the murder. Miss D. Vasquez meets Jack Hammer outside the Studio 2 trailer. Then she did it. She pushed Mr. Hammer off the stairs onto the fence. Just like Mr. Hammer had done himself 5 years ago. Though whether she did it on purpose or by accident, I cannot say.
In other words, the victim, Mr. Hammer, he died in the same way that he caused another man to die. 5 years ago.
Precisely. Ironic, isn't it? Very creative, Mr. Wright. I could use a man like you on my script writing staff. You deny what I say is true? Mr. Wright, let's say for the sake of argument that Hammer died at the trailer, as you say. Yet the body was found at Studio 1, was it not? And in the evil magistrate's costume, no less. Are you then claiming that I carried the body to Studio 1 and returned to the trailer all in the space of 15-minute break? How could I have disposed of the body? The break Edward. The break in the meeting at the trailer lasted 15 minutes from 2:30 to 2:45. Could Jack Hammer have been pushed off the stairs to his death, then carried to Studio 1 and placed inside his costume? There wasn't enough time.
Indeed. Well, Mr. Wright, how could she have dealt with the body?
She had another way. What if she had another way to carry the body, other than with her own hands?
For instance,
Actually, for that matter, there was no need for her to do the deed in 15 minutes. And there was a way for you to carry that body.
interesting. Let's hear it then.
Mr. Wright, please show us how she carried the body.
The van! Ms. Vasquez, you carried the body to Studio 1, and you used the studio van to do it. Recall your testimony.
There was to be a rehearsal afterwards, so I went to Studio 1. I was fatigued, so I had Sal take me. There was a van there, right? I had Sal drive me.
You used the van to carry the body to Studio 1. Then before everyone else got there, you put the body into the magistrate costume.
Hold on, Wright.
Don't forget it was Sal Manella that drove the van. Are you suggesting that Mr. Manella was a conspirator? Of course he was. Of course Sal Manella had to have been a conspirator. The body had been placed in the van and to be put in the costume. There's no way Miss Vasquez could have done that alone. Also, don't forget that they had to dispose of the Steel Samurai costume. They had to because it was covered in Mr. Hammer's blood. They probably burned it in that small incinerator. Well, Miss Vasquez, shall I continue?
No need. You're smarter than you look, Mr. Wright. I lose. You win. It was fun.
I win? So what happens next? Don't me. Don't you have anything to say?
What would you like me to say?
Huh? I lost? Something like that?
I just said that.
Wait, so you mean D. Vasquez, so it was you? You killed Jack Hammer.
Who can say?
Huh?
Are you sure that I did? Mr. Wright, we just engaged in a battle of wits. And the result of that battle, you prove the possibility that I murdered Hammer.
Right.
But that is only a possibility. Proof is another thing altogether. You lack decisive proof, Mr. Wright.
What?
Order! Mr. Edgeworth, your thoughts?
Of course, it's as the witness says. Certainly it does seem very likely she did it, but there's no proof.
Edgeworth isn't sure.
Well, I came here as a witness today. If you have no more questions, I'll be leaving.
What do I do now? Testify again, Vasquez. I'd like you to testify again.
Testify? Again?
Know when to give up, Mr. Wright. Think about it. Even if I were to testify again, what's the point? I can only say what I said before, the truth, Mr. Wright. I've already said all there is to say. What would happen if I said it again? You'd ask the same questions, get the same answers. A waste of time.
Damn. It's come so far, only to fail.
As it seems there are no further questions, I would like to end the cross-examination of the witness, Miss Vasquez. Yes, Mr. Edgeworth?
I was hoping to come up with a question while I was objecting, Your Honor. I didn't.
I see. Very well.
Your Honor, I request that the witness testify again. You're the prosecutor, are you not? Why are you badgering me? I'm your witness. I just want to hear your testimony again. Does this make any sense to you, Your Honor? I don't see what we have anything to gain by repeating the last several minutes.
Mr. Edgeworth, I too see little point in making Miss Vasquez repeat herself. What exactly did you want her to testify about?
Well, yes, indeed, verily I say, ergo. I want to hear what happened after they found the body.
After they found the body? Very well. The witness will testify to the court concerning this matter.
Nick, why did Edgeworth... Who knows? He probably realized she did it too. But wasn't he the one that said he always gets a guilty verdict? After all that. Edgeworth. I know, he's trying so hard, I know. Oh, edgy poo. Edgy poo. I was with Sal and Oldbag, the security lady, when we found the body. The assistant was there too, only Powers was absent. I immediately called the police. Then Powers showed up. The security lady, Oldbag, was quite agitated, pointing at Powers, saying he did it. I asked to be left out of the proceedings. I went back to the trailer to get my script and direction notes. Then I went home.
I see no issues raised by this testimony. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination.
Okay, Nick, we're close. Real close. She may be acting tough now, but if you put her on the spot, she's sure to falter. Find the key you need and twist the truth out of her, Nick.
Right. Okay, let's see here. I think I vaguely remember what's sussy here. Has to be left out of the proceedings. Here, I'm gonna press on that actually. You asked to be left out? Yes. It seems that everyone else was questioned, and I'm really not fond of that sort of thing. But you can't just decide who the police will and won't question. Thankfully, the studio thinks otherwise. They were nice enough to understand that since we were in the meeting, there was no way we could have been involved, thus they covered for us. Covered for you? Or covered it up for you? There must have been a lot riding on it with all those bigwigs at the meeting. I'm sure her professionals helped convince everyone they didn't require questioning. The script and your direction notes? Yes, they're quite valuable. It wouldn't do to have them stolen. No, I guess not. Wait a second. I thought you came to Studio One for a rehearsal. Why didn't you bring your script and notes? Well, I was under the impression we wouldn't be able to rehearse anything. Why? There was a murder, after all. Who could think of rehearsing after that? Oh yeah, I guess.
Very well. Miss Vasquez, please continue.
Your Honor, I have an objection to the witness's last statement.
Huh?
Think. Miss Vasquez says she didn't bring the script because there wouldn't be a rehearsal. Don't you see what that means? She would have had to have known about the murder before going to Studio One.
Order! Order! Mr. Edgeworth! What you have just said is a reasonable observation. However, I find it hard to understand why the prosecution would make such a move. Or are you thinking of a career change to defense?
I appreciate the concern, Your Honor. I will stand by my statement, however, regardless of how the court sees my role here. Now, Miss Vasquez, do you have an explanation?
I can't believe Edgeworth is helping me.
So the prosecution is in cahoots with the defense. What kind of court is this? No matter. I think you misunderstood me. I had a perfectly good reason to believe there would be no rehearsal.
Very well. The witness will change her testimony to reflect this reason.
The Hammer was injured. Hammer was injured. I don't know about that. You knew that Hammer was injured? Don't you think that's a little funny? I mean, it was the Steel Samurai who was injured. It was Will Powers.
What?
Mr. Wright, explain yourself.
Yes, Mr. Hammer is dragging his leg in this photo. But that's because he was pretending to be Mr. Powers.
Pretending?
One person was injured in the run-through that morning. That person was Mr. Powers, not Mr. Hammer. Now, why did you think it was Mr. Hammer who was injured?
Oh, I already said it was Sal who told me. That's right. He must have gotten it wrong.
I think not. Mr. Manella was at the run-through that morning. He would have known it was Mr. Powers who was injured. He saw it happen. Why would he tell you the wrong person? Miss Vasquez. Actually, you didn't hear anything from Mr. Manella. You saw Mr. Hammer limping with your own eyes.
Yes, but wasn't it Mr. Powers who was injured?
Yes, but remember, Mr. Hammer was dragging his leg too. He was pretending to be Mr. Powers.
Ah!
And when was he doing this?
Well, it would have been after he put on the Steel Samurai costume and went to Studio 2, where he was murdered.
Exactly. Miss Vasquez, you met him, didn't you? You saw the Steel Samurai limping. And Mr. Hammer was in the Steel Samurai suit. That's why you were confused. That's why you thought it was Mr. Hammer who had been injured that morning.
Oh,
Order! Order! I will have order!
witness. Can you refute this claim?
Yeah, let's see you sneak out of this one, Vasquez.
Very well. I have a question for you.
Why are the real killers always so persistent?
Why in the world was I once Mr. Hammer dead? Yes, he'd fallen on hard times, but he was a star. I had nothing to gain from his death. Nothing.
Yes, you would need a motive. Why would she have killed the victim? If there is a reason, it's unclear to this court. Does the defense have anything to say on this matter? In other words, can you prove she had a motive?
Of course I can't prove it. Nick, no! Saying you can't prove it now would be admitting defeat. She'll get away. But what proof could I possibly have? I don't care if it's impossible. You still have to fight this one. Ugh. Okay, I have proof and I'll show it to you. I present to the court evidence as to Miss Vasquez's motive for murder. This is my proof.
This is the photo from before?
This photo reveals the motive in the murder. I'm right, aren't I, Miss Vasquez?
Oh.
5 years ago, Mr. Hammer was at the height of his fame. With D. Vasquez's help, a terrible accident was swept under the carpet. Ladies and gentlemen, the case currently up for trial. It began on that day, 5 years ago. Ironically enough, that accident precipitated Mr. Hammer's fall. His fall from stardom.
His guilt weighed down, no doubt.
However, you, D. Vasquez, used Mr. Hammer. You made him work for you for petty change.
Bringing us to the present day and Mr. Hammer's last role as the evil magistrate.
Yes, undoubtedly it was a constant source of shame for the ex-star.
One moment, Mr. Wright. We are talking about motives here, yet you have only talked about Mr. Hammer. It almost seems as if it was Mr. Hammer who had killed Deed Vasquez, not the other way around. What motive would Miss Vasquez have?
Yes, that's right. According to what you say, I would have had no reason to kill Hammer. He was a good source of income for me. And I never get rid of useful men. It's a policy of mine.
Mr. Wright, please explain Miss Vasquez's motive for murder.
She had no motive. She had no motive, Your Honor.
What's that now?
It was Mr. Hammer who was out for blood. All Miss Vasquez did was push him off the stairs in self-defense.
What's that now?
It's simple. Mr. Hammer was intending to kill Miss Vasquez.
What? What?
Your Honor, Jack Hammer drugged Mr. Powers with sleeping pills. Jack Hammer snuck into the dressing room and stole the Steel Samurai costume. Jack Hammer wore the costume to fool the security lady into thinking he was Powers. Then Jack Hammer made his way to the trailer. And for what purpose, you ask? To kill Dee Vasquez, who had so cruelly taken advantage of him all those years. Ugh. So, you did do it, didn't you?
Yes. I am guilty. It was me. Someone call an ambulance! There's blood everywhere. We're too late.
Ah, Miss Vasquez.
What? What happened here? Manuel fell from the trailer stairs. Manuel! Manuel!
Miss Vasquez, please try to remain calm.
No! No! How could this? It was an accident.
Mr. Hammer was doing an action scene and...
No! Manuel! Manuel!
Don't touch him, Miss Vasquez.
No! Please. Please don't die. Please. Congratulations, Mr. Wright. I lose. Again.
Mr. Edgeworth, where's Dee Vasquez?
In the waiting lobby, Your Honor, as calm and collected as ever.
I see. Mr. Wright,
Yes, Your Honor?
it appears you have brought yet another miracle.
Thank you, Your Honor.
I think not, Your Honor. Will Powers was innocent. That he should be found so is only natural, not a miracle.
Yes, you're right. Very well. This court finds the defendant, Mr. Will Powers, not guilty.
Yay, we did it, chat. Holy shit, we finally did it. Oof, it's a long one. Yay, yeah, bring out the confetti, baby.
That is all. This court is adjourned.
And I only fucked up one time. That's actually pretty good, all things considered. Oh, yes, very good. October 20th, 1:12 p.m., District Court, Defendant Lobby number 13. Number 3. There we go. Nailed it. Yeah, it's a long one, as if they aren't all long, though. It's true, Yumi. Oh, y'all have seen nothing yet. For those of you who are new to the series, if you thought this was a long case, wait till you see the last case of this game. That one's gonna take a while.
I don't know what to say. Thank you so much.
I'm just glad you're okay.
Yes, but it's sad. I know now that Mr. Hammer stole my costume. It's bad enough that he wanted to kill Miss Vasquez, but to think that he tried to frame me for the murder, it makes me sad. Tell me why, Mr. Wright.
Huh?
Tell me, why did Mr. Hammer want to blame me?
Show evidence. Well, this is what I think. Mr. Hammer wanted to put the blame on you because... It's because you were the Steel Samurai.
Because I was the Steel Samurai?
Mr. Hammer was a big star once, but he was reduced to acting in a kids show and is the villain to boot. The kids loved the Steel Samurai, and so he hated you.
I think I understand. He could have just told me. I would have changed places with him any time.
I think you're missing the point.
Thank you. I'm just glad it's all over.
So am I, so am I.
Congratulations, WP.
Oh, thanks to you, I'll be able to don the Steel Samurai outfit once more. I can't wait to get back into that sweaty costume and... Is something wrong?
No, of course not. Ah! Nick! Edgeworth!
Say something, right? I'm not good at small talk.
Huh? I think the line is coming, y'all. The iconic Ace Attorney line. I hope y'all are excited. What? That was too bad, Edgeworth.
You don't waste any time gloating, do you?
No, I really want to thank you. Vasquez would have gotten away if you hadn't stepped in.
Pleased to meet you. I'm Powers. Edgeworth. I'm a big fan of your work, Mr. Powers.
Liar.
Right. I must say, I hadn't expected to meet you again after all these years.
Meet again?
However, in retrospect, it would have been better had we not met. Thanks to you, I'm saddled with unnecessary feelings.
There it is, baby. Unnecessary feelings?
Yes, unease and uncertainty and gay.
It's beautiful. Aren't those kind of necessary?
They only serve to get in my way. You listen to me, Phoenix Wright. Don't ever show your face in front of me again. That's what I came here to tell you.
Yes, gay men. Yay, gay men. It's beautiful. You know, so fun story for you all. This game was written as, you know, obviously a drama. You know, it's a dramatic story, you know, with like all sorts of twists and turns and blah blah blah, character tension, all that jazz. They wrote it completely unironically. Like they did not plan on it being as gay as it clearly is. And then they were baffled. The writers of this game were legitimately baffled when, after the first game released in Japan and it got really popular, everyone and their mother was all like, "Oh my god, this is the gayest shit ever, and I love it." They were all just like, "Whoa, what?" I mean, it was supposed to be dramatic, but everyone interpreted it in a weird way. So, and I kid you not, this is actually true. For the later games of the series, again, no spoilers because we'll get there eventually. But for the later games in the series, they legitimately tried to make it gayer as they wrote to appeal to the people who enjoyed the first game. So, like, all the subsequent, like, gay tension that happens later in the series is a direct result of them, like, realizing that they had, like, accidentally tapped into a niche they weren't intending to. So, yeah, it's beautiful. They're just like, make it gayer right now. So, yeah, it's beautiful. Just a little bit of a behind the scenes for you. Anyways.
Mr. Wright, was that guy your friend?
What? Friends? As if? They're lovers. I mean, okay. They're rivals. Rivals. Right, Nick? For now we are, I guess.
Huh? Why do I get the feeling I'm missing something? Come on, Nick. Tell me. What's the deal with you and Edgeworth?
The rival is code for gay. Agreed. Big agree. And so the curtain closed on another trial. I caused quite a stir by revealing that accident from 5 years ago. It was the talk of the town. Thankfully, Global Studios rethought its programming change. They went back to making kids shows again.
Nick! This is it. The new show starts today. You're gonna watch it with me, right?
I'll admit, I was kind of surprised. I didn't think they'd seriously go through with it.
You have to buy the trading cards too, okay? We have to trade with Cody and that assistant.
Fine, I'll do it.
Isn't it great that WP gets to play the lead again? I wonder if they'll show his real face this time.
I don't know. I don't think the world is ready for the real Will Powers.
The end. Yay, we did it! Turnabout Samurai is done. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful.
And yeah, the timing is perfect. We're just a little over the 2-hour mark. Heck yeah. Yeah, Will Powers plays the Pink Princess. It's true, Yumi. Yeah, it's quite funny. Yep, very good, very good. But yes, so, with that said, God, this was a fun last couple of days. I really enjoyed playing that case with y'all. A really, really good time. But alas, we will be taking a break on Ace Attorney for the rest of the week. So yeah, tomorrow I will be back at 1 p.m. Pacific time. We'll be jumping back into Pokemon Scarlet and the Foreverlocke Challenge. Thank y'all for indulging me on the double Ace Attorney week this week. What did y'all think, by the way? I just thought, because I'm kind of trying to gauge whether or not, like, is double Ace Attorney per week a thing that I want to do going forward, or should I dial it back, keep it just on Wednesdays? What do y'all think? I'm just curious. Give me a quick consensus. You won't hurt my feelings one way or the other. I just kind of, what do y'all prefer? What would y'all prefer? Like, if I were to do Ace Attorney twice again next week, would y'all like that, or is it you think we should just keep it on Wednesdays? I'm fine either way. So yeah, just let me know. Jackie says, I love this. Ooh, very good, very good. Mabel says, can't wait for more. Heck yeah. Monica says, I like double Ace Attorney. Okay, so it seems like some people really enjoy it. Star says, I mean, Wednesday would help me keep up better. I mean, that's fair, that's fair. I mean, play at your own pace, Star. Don't feel like you have to come in and watch me just because I'm streaming, Star. If you are avoiding spoilers, by all means, like, take all the time you need. Like, don't, like, that's why I have a team of mods. I don't need every mod to be here every single time. So yeah. Like, take your time with the game, Star. Don't feel like you have to show up just to be here. But no, I do appreciate it in any case. Soul says, seeing Ace Attorney for the first time is fun. It's also nice to see someone so passionate about the game. Yay! Oh yeah, I'm glad that like shows through, because yeah, I do genuinely, I adore this series. Like, I could literally play it over and over again for the rest of my life and be completely happy. But yeah, Comfy says, I did end up missing Tuesdays often, but it definitely helps the pacing. Yeah, I mean, that's fair. Yeah, I know that I did notice that yesterday's stream was a little bit less on the view count, which isn't necessarily that big of a deal. But yeah. I'm kind of getting the vibe that people are enjoying it though, so I will consider y'all's thoughts here when I'm writing the schedule for the coming week, and I'll see what I can come up with. So yeah, I guess just stay tuned on that. I'm not gonna make any promises about what's gonna happen for sure, but you know, I'm gonna keep all this information in mind. Thank y'all for the feedback. I do appreciate it. But yeah, so at the very least, you can count on the fact that we will definitely be starting on the 4th case of Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. Turnabout Goodbyes, effective next week at some point. So yeah, we'll just stay tuned for that. But yeah, I'm excited to jump into that one. It is a fan favorite, and yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to it. So, but yeah, like I said, I'll be back for some more Teal Mask tomorrow, 1 p.m. Pacific time. And then even more Foreverlocke this coming weekend. So yeah, I hope y'all look forward to that as well. It should be fun to jump back into some Foreverlocke goodness and make more progress in our lovely Gen 9 playthrough. But yeah, with all that said, I'm gonna get the heck out of here. Thanks for coming, everybody. It was a ton of fun, and I will see you all tomorrow. Bye-bye!